I just want to leave a quick message about in English and maybe in Spanish as well about the stuff that I've been, or the material and information that I've been sort of like slowly pouring over on the World Wide Web and social media regarding the situation in Gaza. So I just want to kind of like, I didn't read the whole, every single detail, but I kind of got a general sort of like understanding of like, just sort of scanning and skim reading some parts of these texts, and social media posts. So first of all, the situation in Gaza, as far as social media is concerned, and what's been going on there, as far as my own personal interpretation of that, is that first of all, it's like it's not only a humanitarian crisis, okay, it's also a world famine crisis because we've got vast numbers. I say vast numbers is not enough. Uh, Untold numbers of families who are actually according to the United Nations, are suffering from extreme hunger. So that's the first issue. So without any food or any kind of like sustenance, they're not going to be able to survive. Second of all, the mortality rates have been extremely high. That's probably the wrong term as well. The number of fatalities because of this very disastrous conflict have reached above 50,000 citizens of Gaza, but the figures are a lot higher than that. I'm just giving you a general figure first of all to think about. Thirdly, the situation in Gaza, according to other posts, there has been an issue in terms of like getting the aid as usual. Is like going back to the AIDS crisis, 1980s, and you're seeing also poor African children dying of AIDS in millions, and the fact that not all of the aid, there seems to be some sort of political issue going on in terms of like the distribution of the aid. Another issue that I kind of or perhaps subject matter that I came across was also these like going back to the history of the conflict and the history of the Middle Eastern conflict, in particular in particular regards to the situation in Gaza, is that it has a lot to do with these kind of like declarations and official kind of like agreements, with the United Nations and also between those countries. I won't mention the names of the declarations because that's a bit, it's a highly polemical, but I think some people might know what I'm talking about. And, another thing is also, the countries that have got, strong ties to the whole issue. So what I'm also reading into that is that, there's global interest, obviously, in the region as a whole, but things have also escalated because of this, like, situation with international trade. And there seems to be some sort of issue with that as well in terms of Gaza and Palestine, because they were also, or they have been, for many decades and decades, exporters of specific kinds of foodstuffs or crops. And not many people know that, but that's what I've gathered so far. But the history is very, very, very complex. And, in terms of Canadian the interpretation that the Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has been saying that the Canadian government are in favor of this what they call a two-party or bilateral kind of agreement, which is kind of more balanced than the sort of like one-sided thing where only one side would benefit. I'm also in favor of the same kind of thing because that's my kind of ideology about Middle Eastern affairs. Anyways, I've got a bit more cogency today as opposed to other days, but hopefully that some people are going to be able to learn something from that. God bless you all, and may we continue to pray for the people of Gaza, the people of Palestine, the people of Israel, that may be an immediate ceasefire, immediate ends to this warmongering sort of action that's being done to poor Gaza and the people of Gaza and also the people of Palestine and that these people who are starving will also be able to find refuge somewhere, that refugee camps will be located in and around the area in countries like for example, maybe Turkey is a good country perhaps to head towards, or even Egypt, and that the international organizations such as the Red Cross International and other well-known charities such as Oxfam and human rights organizations, Amnesty International, all get involved so that this situation can be slowly resolved, because it's not going to be resolved overnight. We're talking about thousands of people who are being displaced. We're talking about men, women, and children, all right, that have been greatly suffering from all of this extreme hardship, and the toll on human lives is beyond comprehension. And I just wanted to finish on that note. May God intervene. May His light shine upon the people of Gaza and Palestine and Israel to bring a miraculous solution to this conflict, which is bearing too much to bear, too much to see, too much to suffer. That is the end of my message for now.